Welcome back to Siri Exposing. And in the Siri Exposing, we bring the truth to the world. We bring in the information to the world. And we are not going to disappoint all people around the world. Because the information we are bringing to you, that is what you're going to see in Dominica. We are not there to sell false information. We bring the right information for you. And whenever you come to Dominica, whatever I say, that's what you're going to see for sure. So today we don't have time. What I really wanted to do for you guys today is that I do not have time to do it today. So I'm just going to put something together, something very interesting, some little pieces together, and I hope you enjoy it. And it's reality. And what are you going to see? The information that you're going to receive, that is what will happen in Dominica. The Communist Party of China want to send their Chinese all around the Caribbean to conquer the tongues, the main intersection of the tongue. That is where they want to buy. They want to do business there because the most important area of a tongue is the intersection. That is where you attract more customers. And this is what the Chinese want to do. By the conquering the intersection in your tongue, they conquer your tongue. Because them little roads don't attract much customers. Much people don't pass in them little roads. And this is basically what is happening. And the Communist Party of China, what I realize they are doing around the world, when they meet cheap leaders, a cheap leader of a country, is it easy to brainwash? And I can see it happening in Dominica. So they brainwash them with money, with checks, and they conquer your country without even you know. So we need a hardcore leader to face the Communist Party of China, to see where they're coming from, by bringing in their recycled material, by sending the Chinese to conquer your city, by conquering the intersection of the main intersections of the road in the city. So we need to put a stop and a halt on that. So listen to this carefully in Jamaica.
The Chinese domination of downtown Kingston. Have you ever went to downtown Kingston, Jamaica, and realized how the Chinese are all in stores, but the black people are all outside in stalls? And the black people that are inside the stores literally slave away for the Chinese, who sit on high seats looking down on the black people, who do all the work. The Chinese people only handle the money, while the black people do literally everything else. All the heavy lifting, all the packing, all the sales is done by black people. They are only not allowed to handle the money, seemingly because the Chinese don't trust them. What does that remind you of when one race does all the work, and the other race just sit back and make the decisions? It is exactly like slavery. Only this time, the Chinese have replaced the whites, and black people are paid a salary in order to tolerate being controlled by another race again. A question too important to ignore is, why do Asians from halfway around the world own all the stores in downtown Kingston, Jamaica? And if black people can do all the work in Asian stores except handling the money and making change, then why don't black Jamaicans own more stores in downtown Kingston? Are we to believe that black people simply can't make change, since that's the only work most of the Chinese business owners do anyway? Another important question is, why are the Chinese posted on high seats looking down on the black people who work for them? Is that good for the self-esteem of the black workers, who have to look up to the Chinese while working for them? Knowing our struggle with racism, colonization and the black inferiority complex, are we really not concerned about the master-servant relationship developing between black Jamaicans and the Chinese in downtown Kingston? Is Jamaica prepared to welcome a new racial master after 500 years of brutal oppression and racism under European colonization? Why do Jamaicans have to work for the Chinese anyway? Can't black Jamaicans be assisted in opening their own stores, and also refurbish some of the many vacant buildings in downtown Kingston, like the Chinese have been doing since they came? And what's up with that rumor that the Chinese aren't required by the Jamaican government to pay taxes? Is that the real reason why the Chinese currently own 90% of our supermarkets and grocery stores? The lie that Chinese people are more hard-working than black people has been exposed, since it's black people who do all the work for the Chinese in downtown Kingston. Except for making change, of course, because apparently making change is what's stopping black people from owning their own businesses in their own country. Look at all the foreign-owned businesses downtown and beyond. Black people do all the work except making change, yet we are told that black people can't do business. Can you make change? Can you do basic mathematics? Then, why should you be forced to work for foreigners who need you to do the work that they can't, or refuse to do? Can't the JLP and PNP help their people in owning more businesses in downtown, instead of slaving away to make the Chinese rich? Are we going to work hard every day to help the Chinese take over our country? Are we prepared to be colonized by another racial outsider again? The black government and the black people of Jamaica must emancipate themselves from mental slavery, before the Chinese use divide and rule to pit us against each other and become the masters of us all. It has happened before under the Europeans, and we must see to it that it does not happen again. Black people unite. Black people rise up. The revolution is now. Join the revolution. It's time to embrace the philosophy of Marcus Garvey. One love.
Very important message to the world. So that is why we have to monitor the Communist Party with the interference with our state affairs in Dominica very, very closely. Especially the kind of prime minister, so-called prime minister we have in Dominica there. Very desperate right now. So we have to monitor that. So my other piece for you is McIntyre. As we can see, McIntyre, he is not aware of nothing because he is actually reading a paper they wrote for him. So we can forgive McIntyre. Everybody want to blame McIntyre. I don't even think of blaming McIntyre because McIntyre is reading something that they wrote for him. So he's just reading one page after the other. He's just reading, but it did not pass because the only thing I think that is on McIntyre's head, he wants to see his hotel complete. That is the only thing I see in McIntyre's head. He wants his hotel to complete. He don't care about hospital, he don't care about that. They give him something to read, he go in parliament, he read it. Case closed. Just listen, as you have heard already.
Speaker, there is no one who can dispute the fact that Dominica's health system is far better now than it has ever been. One can now receive care at a hospital that is equivalent to that of developed countries. In Dominica, our main hospital has 7 operating theaters, a state-of-the-art emergency room with its own operating theater.
Dr. McIntyre, he's just reading a paper. He's not aware of nothing happening. So on our other piece right now, we are Baroness Scotland. The people who are not supporting the government, and they have the right not to support the government because the government is corrupt, is crooked, just name it, and it is suiting them. She thought that they would suck salt. But we already know salt was coming. And Baroness Scotland was just talking, she was talking to the Labour Party supporters. And they are the ones who are sucking salt right now. Because they thought it was sugar that was coming. They thought it was sugar that was in the pipeline. So they were waiting for sugar. But then they get salt. But the people who are not supporting the government, they know it was salt that was coming. That is why they were prepared for that. So it's the Labour Party supporters who are sucking salt right now because they was expecting better. They was expecting happiness, joy. Right now they were expecting to laugh the people who are supporting the opposition. And it is all the way wrong. They themselves bad talking the government. They were supporting. They were laughing when Baroness Scotland said that they will suck salt. But we know salt was coming, so we put water there. But they did not put water there, they go for bags. The Labour Party supporters go for bags, but they thought it was sugar that was coming. Right now there are bags of salt. And the opposition supporters have barrels of water to wash the salt away. And this is the reality, this is what is happening. So the Labour Party supporters, they are sucking salt right now. Every day I'm on the ground. Every day I'm hearing them. Every day they are talking to me. And Skerrit knows that. Skerrit knows he is weakening and he is weak right now. He's on his knees. Labour Party is gone. Gone. Because the country crippled under...
Tout moun vle bay mepui. Yo ba, mwen ka di yo sou se sel.